Good morning, this is Bill. I just want to talk a little bit about relationships. Why Strengthsfinder is good for relationships and why not knowing what your strengths are can have a negative impact. The reason I bring this up is my wife's number one is a theme called consistency, which means she treats everybody the same and treats them fairly. One of my top 10 themes is something called individualization, which means I treat everybody uniquely. And you can see where there's potential conflict. As I treat everybody differently, she's treating everyone the same. Her number 2 theme is something called harmony. And can you imagine, she wants to keep everything kind of like smooth and mellow. And my maximizer prefers that I have chaos going on around me so that I can gather information quickly. So you can see where there could be a potential conflict at home if I bring that chaos into our home life. Her number 3 thing is something called empathy, which is she feels the emotions of people around her. Which is interesting is that in Golden Personality Profilers, one of the tests that we take, I actually have more empathy than she does on the thinking and feeling component, but I don't have empathy as a strength. So you can see where there might be a common ground there. Her number 4 thing is something called developer, which means that she could work with people of all ages. She likes to see small changes in people that she's working with on a daily basis. Where my maximizer prefers to work with only the best of the best, and therefore I want to take something that's good or great and make it fantastic or superb or wonderful, something like that. So there is a slight difference there, and it's one that's going to create a little bit of conflict, but not too much. And lastly, she has something called responsibility, which means she takes psychological ownership of every task that she takes on. Well, that sounds really well and good for people that have responsibility, but she can be her own worst enemy as she takes on more and more responsibility. She actually gets energized by taking on the responsibility, but sometimes people take on more than they can humanly get done in one day, and what happens then is that person with responsibility will shut down and they don't do anything because they can't do everything great. They decide that they're not going to do any of it. So anyway, it's one of those things that knowing your strengths is very valuable, and knowing how to get along with other people while you are using them, that's even more valuable. And then especially the most thing that's valuable is that you learn how to use them for your own benefit. So that's my little tidbit for today. Look forward to talking to you later. Bye-bye.